Welcome back to the Critshack. We are joining us back. We do now have finally a name for our party. We are officially Ember's Bane. And Ty, take it away.
But he said that you were dead, and that the baby that he just had was now his new baby child, the Lord who is going to take over, his successor.
Well, as you can see, I'm not dead. You can test me in whatever way you want.
I have no time for such games. Go into the city, do not make trouble.
I want to find out what happened.
There was a battle. We kicked the Crimson Order out of the city. We're dealing with the wounded as you speak.
I thought you said he didn't have the power.
Yeah.
How'd you get the Crimson Order out of the city?
So, we were declared to attack. We attacked, and from seemingly nowhere, we had supporters that came to our aid, that bolstered our numbers.
Just regular people picking up weapons, or were they soldiers?
I mean, we thought they were regular people, but they fought like they were experienced in combat.
I would like to be able to see my father.
Your father, you can talk to the guards in the guard quarter to see if they will let you up to see your father, but he has said he's not taking visitors.
Alright.
I will ask that you all put your weapons away, though, and take off your armor.
He's going to want to see his son back from the dead.
If that is indeed his son.
Oh, it's Argus, alright. I can smell it. I can smell you too, and I know what you did last night, and I'm not proud to say what you did.
Well, I just work here, so put your weapons and armor away, and you can enter the city.
Here, put them in the bag.
Sure.
They'll all go in the bag.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big... You have a bag of holding, so
yeah,
you can
that's
throw your
right.
stuff in there.
Alright, we put all of our stuff. We put our stuff
not
in the bag of holding.
Take off my uniform. As you can see, it is the uniform of the city. If you want to take it off of me, you're going to have to fight me.
Would you like to stay out here until I get one of my superiors to come talk to you?
Who's here?
I mean, I'm the ranking officer here at the moment, but if you
What's
do not...
your rank? What's your rank? What's your name? What father are you with? That way I can know who my father is going to send to the headsman when I get there and speak with him.
Go ahead
I'm
and
using
roll.
my persuasion.
That's intimidation, not persuasion.
Oh yeah, my intimidation. Sorry.
It intimidated me. Awyn just kind of saddles over to Gur and behind Drago is like, what the fuck?
You got a 15.
Plus whatever his deception is. Or intimidation, I mean.
5.
20.
Look. I just work here. So you go on your merry way as long as your friends stow their weapons. But I'm telling you, you can go try to see your father, he does in quotations, but he's not taking anyone. He doesn't want to see anyone.
Listen, no worries. We got this. We're the Ember's Bane. I don't know if you heard of us or not.
I have not heard of the Ember's Bane.
We're pretty famous around the world, but that's okay.
Oh,
Here's the
okay.
thing. Here's the thing. This is Argus. He really is Argus. He could probably sing you a million songs if you ask him. But you're going to let us pass.
Okay,
I just said that. I said you could.
We already got the okay to get in the city.
Yeah,
Okay, just making sure. You sounded a little
No,
sketchy here.
I said you could. You can go. Go ahead.
He's a little drunk. I apologize. We're good.
As am I. It's the only way I get to the
As am I. He goes, as am I. He can smell it. All right, there you go.
Did you see what I did? I said, "Where are we going, mommy?"
All right, so we'll walk into the city following Argus.
Yeah, and there are some little carts that are like carrying like the dead, but then there's wounded being cared for in different areas, and there's a few small fires being put out. But you can. Where are you planning on going next?
Well, we want to.
We're gonna follow Art.
Let's look around and do we see some of the people that he's talked about?
What people?
I was gonna roll investigation to see
That
if we
came
could
in
find
to
any
help.
of the regular people that were warriors. I was gonna roll investigation to see if
Just
we
to
could.
see what kind. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
21.
So, yeah, that was nice. So you're asking around, right, of these warriors. So these people tell you that out of what seems to be like random areas of the town where people we thought were just people, some of them picked up swords and could defend themselves very well, but a ton of them flooded in from different grates throughout the city. So like they're
Underneath the city.
and there's guards like stationed at each of them. So there's 5 guards as you're investigating, and one of these sharpshooter looking people, which is kind of dressed very similar to Argus, at each of these grates, kind of like in front of these entrances.
Like man.
Okay. All right.
Which is kind of odd because it's just like a manhole cover,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So, I mean, I know you want to talk to your dad, but should we figure out? I have a feeling that this is the Silent Blades, and I can't shake that feeling because that's kind of how the Silent Blades function. And
if it is a Silent Blades, though, what can we do about it?
There's also banners.
well, the Silent
throughout.
Blades are supposed to be our friends. They're supposed to be our.
It's our allies.
Our allies, yeah, thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
It's okay.
Allies, thank you, yeah. Allies.
You're
And if-
drunk, dude.
A little bit. And if we can find the Silent Blades, maybe they can help us. Or maybe they're in cahoots with your stepdad.
I remember Winston came here to find where the spell plague was originating from. So
'Cause he
he
was
could
ahead of
be
us.
anywhere. And,
Yeah.
and there's also a lot of banners throughout that like mourn your death. Like, and there's like a picture of you on it. And then there's also like pictures of a baby, like being like the new heir to World's End.
Right.
And I knew about the baby. I knew that there was a baby
So,
coming.
why don't we do this? I don't want to leave him hanging.
Oh, no. We definitely need to stick together. I just wanted to. I was just trying to figure out.
I can tell you this: my father's not going to be very happy to see me.
So
I
maybe
kind
we
of
should,
got that from the way he wanted to make you disappear.
Yeah.
So that's why I was thinking that maybe we can find out who these warriors were. And if they are allies, then maybe they can assist us with.
Well,
getting
I
to
have
your
a feeling I
dad.
know where this.
And Winston's here. We need a
What is it? What is it? The curse, where it originated from?
shard.
The shard.
Yeah, it's a Byzantium shard.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I know where it's located.
I mean, Small's got
Not
a
maybe
point.
where
We
it's
can-
located, but in what area.
He thinks that, and also, like I told you that I told Argus, or Dad about Argus, is that he thinks that his father doesn't really want anything to do with him, but he'd probably be the one that would know where it would be around.
Well, I think Smalls has got a point here. We should probably look for Silent Blades, get the information we need, and then meet up with your dad. How about that? That way, we're not going into it fully.
Well, I'm pretty sure that
Without
my
any
father
knowledge.
knows that I'm here already.
Is
I
there?
mean, I would assume he knows. I mean, if that guard truly thinks you're an imposter,
Yeah.
then he's gonna tell your dad that there was an imposter claiming to be you in the city.
Yeah.
Can I tell them a few of the things I told you now,
Yeah.
just to make sure that everybody knows?
Go ahead.
All right,
As our characters or as us?
Characters.
your characters.
Okay.
So like this is
So like
me.
I'm sharing.
Yeah.
what
Okay,
you're
okay,
saying.
Just
cool.
knowledge of the city.
Okay.
So the city is broken down into different sectors. Okay, and to get from sector to sector, a lot of times people use a tram, which you've also never heard of before. but it's powered by the same blue like color energy that is like on his palms or on his what's this area called?
Back of his hand.
Yeah, the back of his hand. And then yeah.
Well, I'm sure that has a name,
Yeah.
but I couldn't tell you
Yeah,
what
I know,
it
right?
is. Yeah.
The Knights of the Dawn are the group that are the sharpshooter looking people that have the tattoos, and he is one of 70. All right.
Like year 1 of
There's
70 Knights of
always
Dawn.
70
Yeah.
Okay.
only.
Yeah. But it's broken down into different sectors. Like I said, there's the merchant quarter that has a bunch of different inns.
Well, now there's 71, right? Because you're back in the town.
No, there's still only 70.
Oh,
So they probably
The
tried to make
tattoo
another
only
one,
appears.
and that person went crazy.
okay. So
Yeah.
it's a if there's still one living and they think that they're dead, that cannot happen. So your
Kinda
dad
like-
knew
kinda-
you were
kinda like
alive.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
So your
Yeah.
dad knew that you didn't die.
Yeah.
So there's a market square with like a bunch of different
So is probably
merchants,
the captain.
Mm-hmm.
and there's a bunch of different inns that are there too that he can tell you about. He knows a couple people from those.
Okay.
There is an area that is literally like it's called the Thunderdome, and it's where people go and watch death matches.
Dude, that's dope. That's so Mad Max.
Yep. There's a barracks area that if you are approved by the guards, they'll let you up to the palace. That's where the lift is in the barracks area.
So if these Knights of Dawn and there's only 70 of them and you have the tattoo, wouldn't that be proof enough?
Yes.
And then there's also an area where people are trained to be adventurers. It's called the Adventurers Academy. And then there's also a bigger Wally's Warriors, which was in Dagger's Edge, but it's like the HQ is attached to it. So
Okay.
that's like in that area. Lastly, there is a slums area that used to be a place where all the different religions would go to like worship, but now no one, like there's no gods to answer.
Yeah.
So it's turned into either field hospitals for the spell plague or different hideouts for
Which there's
unseemly
probably a lot of people
individuals.
in it now.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Yeah.
Boris. Drago's gonna address Boris and tell him, talk
Yes.
to him, say like, hey, where's the guys at that we need to meet to get paid?
This is they're in the slums area.
Okay.
My friends will make sure that you get paid if you deliver me to them.
Slums area, huh?
Where do you think Winston would have gone?
It's not gonna be
Huh?
any
Where
funny
do you think
businesses
Winston would
there.
have gone?
No funny business. You can roll an
Winston
inside
came
if you
to
want.
find the
You don't want
Sorry.
to.
He probably he would
Okay.
probably have gone
No,
to
'cause I
like
know that
maybe one of the
I'll kill him
libraries or
if
something like
there
that.
is.
Okay.
And I kind of look at him, and he sees my eyes kind of glow like a yellow, like the wolf.
Yeah.
No funny business, right?
It's very Teen Wolf of you.
Yeah, like no funny business, right? All right, so it's in the slums.
Okay.
That's where we gotta meet the guys.
So
I don't
do we?
think he's lying though.
You don't think he's lying?
And Argus, there's people that you know in the Blades, but then there's also a tavern owner. Remember, I told you that was a pretty good friend of yours. Just so that you know what it's available for you to.
All right. So do we go to get paid first and then figure out what we need to do?
What do you want to do, Ari?
I wanna let's get rid of Boris.
Sounds good. All right.
The way you say that makes me feel not great. I mean, I've been a pleasure on this voyage, have I not?
Oh yeah, we just want to make sure that you're a pretty package, and we just want to make sure you get home safe.
So Awyn kind of looks at him a little skeptical, and from underneath the the robe, you hear Gur just starts kind of low growling.
Oh, I was becoming fond of this.
Oh, we love you, Ari, or Boris. We just want to make sure you get home safely.
Oh, I love you too. Appreciate it.
Take us to your friends.
Okay, so is that where you got? So you agreed to, right?
Yeah.
So you guys board the tram, and you go, and in this sector of of everything.
I'm trying to fill
what are we
out
writing
what's,
right now.
you know what I'm
This
saying?
is freaking me out.
A Tran?
I've never even seen one of these before. This is weird.
Yeah, and there's like
Awyn's like the first time like somebody gets on an escalator for the first time. Like
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this
I
either.
have no idea. But did you notice that the energy looks just like what Argus's hands glow when he shoots his weapon?
I did notice that.
Huh?
Pretty crazy.
It's kind of cool. I'm very curious.
she wants in
It
there.
makes me
She
want to know
does.
more about Argus.
Doesn't it?
All right.
And I trust him, but
Kind of like the whole
Curious.
Ronin thing.
yeah, right.
Is there anything else that I should tell them that I'm?
What's that thing floating in the sky?
Huh?
What's that thing that's floating up in the sky?
That's the Lord's
That-
palace.
Oh, I know. I just hadn't asked him yet.
I
He
thought-
knew.
Yeah, I told. So when I
That's
said
my
it,
home.
I thought he. Yeah.
Oh, that's him. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I missed
Yeah.
that.
This is probably just going to be all role playing, right? Until we get into a battle. I'm not going to change. I'll just leave this up. It'll just kind of give a.
That's fine. So
Yeah,
like
cool.
when it. This is I have 1,000 different things that could happen, which is kind of stressful. But you guys do whatever, and like I'll roll.
We'll do
with
theater
it.
them on for a while. and then-
Okay, so we're Boris. Can you take us to your friends? We want to make sure you arrive safely.
Yeah. So you guys are on the tram that you're freaking out
Okay.
on.
Yes, I'm kind of
So-
well, not freaking out, but just more like in awe.
So
Like,
describe the
hey.
train a little bit. It's like a kind of like a subway, a little bit thing.
Sort of, yeah. And it just goes around in like a circular motion to each of the areas in the city. You can walk there on foot, but this is a lot
Take
faster.
water.
Yeah.
And is it kind of like a railroad, or is it on a pulley, or?
There's,
Assuming it's floating, like
Yeah,
an energy-based hovercraft kind
so
of.
pretty much you can see like streams of this blue and like almost a wire type thing
Yeah.
like, going through it, and there's like an engine area that has like a canister of just this blue power
That's dope.
that's going through it.
This kind of feels like Final Fantasy VII a little bit.
a little bit. Get a little Final
Pretty cool.
Fantasy vibe.
Mhm. And throughout and just so you guys know about the amount of people there, because I know that we were talking about how many people and things like that. There's probably around 10,000 people actually in the city.
There's a crap ton.
Yeah, and 1,000 of them are the militia. Well, actually, I can't tell you all that, but now you know that 1,000 of them are the militia. All right, but yeah, there's about 10,000 people in the city, so it's not a small city by any stretch of the means. And also, it wasn't here back when your
Yeah.
father's so it sprung up pretty quickly because that's not a long time.
I was gonna
ago
say
when it
only
happened.
what 20-ish years, 30 years.
30 or 40, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was a 10-year, 15-year span where he wasn't born, or like Winston.
Yeah, because they were. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So you guys arrive at this sector, and it looked like it was probably beautiful at one point, but now it's just like run down.
Wait, am I the oldest then?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
because him and Winston are 21. They were born around the same
Okay.
time.
I'm 16.
Yeah. But but it's very run down. There's a bunch of different churches or temples. That's what the actual name is probably. That have been like retrofitted to be places where people are bringing wounded people, and there's a lot of people that you can see as you like walk through that are sick with the spell plague that are like going to different areas too, to be treated as best as they can, because they have no really way to treat those things.
Yeah.
But Boris is just gonna weave you in and out till he like takes you to the outskirts of the slums, pretty much, until he takes you to a very very far out abandoned area that doesn't look like anybody's in it.
Argus, does it look familiar?
I've never been in this area.
Now he probably's never been here in his entire life. This slums
Highborn.
area.
Yeah, good point. All right, Boris, where are we going?
Just keep your eyes peeled, fellas.
Anybody got to roll perception with your eyes peeledness?
Yeah. We got a 17 plus. I think I don't get anything else added. Just
On your perception?
Okay, so that's good. So one thing that you see then is off to the side of this before you go out of the city, like the proper of the slums area. There is like another temple that's been like changed to look like a casino of sorts. So there's a casino-looking area that was in a temple, which is very sacrilegious, probably. But they're not here to see that, all right?
Why do I get the impression that Boris's friends are kind of like
Somos?
Gangsters.
gangsters?
You can see 12 to 15 people trying to hide, but failing for you as you roll, like to see in this building that Boris is leading you to.
Great. There's 15 people trying to hide right now. I'm seeing them all.
What do they look like?
15 people trying to hide.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're all humanoids.
Okay.
They're all humanoids.
Yeah, okay. Just
Mostly
running from us.
Yeah, mostly human. There's some drow and some mixed, but that's pretty much it.
You would think the drow would
see.
be banned from the city.
The drow have intermixed. You know that. A lot of
You know
drow
what
have intermixed with it, with the city.
Yeah, just
Seeing what happened.
yeah.
What do you mean?
Do you think that the Lord would
After what happened with Argus
kick all
over
of
here.
your out?
There's a large percentage of the population that is drow,
Mhm.
because like drow were part of the faction that started the town originally, because of the way that it developed that we won't get into yet. But that, yeah, so probably not.
Alright.
All right, Boris, take us to wherever you need to be and wherever we need to be to get our money.
Can't do. You guys are acting really weird. We're all friends here.
We're all friends.
And he lays his hand on Gur. You can see what you can determine what happens, but he's just gonna like pat the blanket's head as he's talking.
Gur kind of cuts his eyes over at me and then looks at him and then looks at Drago and then looks at him, and I get this very faint food. I'm like, friend, for right now, friend, and we.
Soon.
All right, yeah. So you guys, the doors. Boris pushes open the doors and like wheels his cart down like the aisle that looks like an old school Catholic church, even though it's a temple. And all these people that you'd noticed are in this building. They have weapons, but they're not drawn. And there's a woman in front that greets Boris, and she's like, "Ah, I expected you sooner, but I'm glad you're here. Do you have the goods that we required?" And he has this little cart that he's had this whole time. We haven't really talked about that much today, but he like wheeled it around when he was with you.
Yeah.
And he shows it to her, and she's like, good. And then like you guys can speak with her if you so choose, but she's like talking with him, like catching up.
No, we'll just let it go out, play out until he says something, I think.
Yeah, and he says something about like payment,
Mm-hmm.
and she turns and she says, "You helped Boris get home safe?
Yes, we
We
did.
did, yeah.
You all did."
Yes.
Yes, we did.
We're the Ember's Bane, one of the baddest adventure groups on the planet. We cost a pretty penny to get old Boris here, and we're come to collect. You know what I mean? And Drago kind of smokes a cigar and says it.
We saved the city of Yartar and brought Boris back to you.
That's all well and good, and I appreciate it. What do you have there? Under the sheet. What do you have there?
It's a pet doggy. None of your
Great Dane.
concern. It's what with us, and we have it covered for a reason. Don't worry about it. Just give us the money, and we'll go ahead and go and leave. Be on our way.
And Boris whispers something in her ear. And her demeanor changes a little bit, and she says, "Well and good. Fine. Here, take your money." And she throws a big bag of coins to you. It's 1,000 gold coins. She says, "If ever you're in need of some work or would like anything, I could find need for you. and it would benefit this city greatly, and people would sing your praises.
What's your name?
It's Greyhawk.
Greyhawk.
Yes.
Have I heard of her?
No.
Okay.
And she does not recognize you.
And what is Greyhawk? Humanoid?
Yeah, she's a human.
Nothing else?
Nope,
No elf?
just
Nothing?
human,
Just human?
yeah.
Is she like blonde hair, black hair?
She has crimson hair. Like, not crimson, that was a bad descriptor because you're going to associate her like an auburn hair. But she wears a cutlass on her belt.
Okay. So she kind of looks like a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That mean you want to gar?
She's wearing a pirate sword.
It might be.
I'm just saying. Throw that out there.
If you, I mean, my friend tells me of your exploits and how your dragon has helped your party. If you,
We don't have a dragon.
if you're interested in one more job, I could, I give you one that would make you a pretty penny.
We'll think about that.
Give us just a second.
Roll a deception check with disadvantage. Actually, it doesn't.
I was like,
no,
she already knows.
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say, can you give us just 1 second? I need to converse with
Mhm.
someone. Alright, so I pull you guys aside and be like, Argus, this is up to you. We got our payment for bringing Boris, but I know you are concerned about what happened and want to figure that out. And you helped me find Gur, and I'm indebted to you for that, and willing to help you with whatever you need. So
Maybe they kind of know what's going on.
we could definitely ask her some questions and figure out. I mean, she doesn't look like she's just some run-of-the-mill lady that...
I say go for it. We'll try.
Okay.
So,
Awyn turns to her and kind of shrugs a little bit and looks back and... Okay.
we'd be down to...
We're curious about what you have, what you need us for. But before we get to that, can we ask you a couple of questions?
And you can roll insight on her too if you want. Any of you guys can.
I can roll it. I'll roll it. 17.
So she seems about as trustworthy as Boris did.
Okay.
More like self-serving, but not really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what happened to the city? Why are the Crimson Guard not in it anymore?
We look out for our own, and we did not partake in the battle, but the Silent Blades did, and so did the City Guard and the Knights of the Dawn. Those combined numbers took out that detachment of Crimson Order that were stationed here.
Mm-hmm. So you said the Silent Blades are here.
Yeah, are you not from here?
We are not from here. Argus is from here.
Did you not attend? I mean, you look like you're dressed in the Knights of the Dawn garb. Did you not attend the Adventurers Academy?
I did, but we came late.
You actually were tutored privately,
Oh, okay.
so you didn't even have to go to the.
Okay. I wouldn't say that though.
No, yeah. It's like, well, then you would know that upon graduation, some of those graduates disappear.
Disappear? What is she talking about, Argus?
I don't know.
Some of the graduates who choose to, I feel as they're given choice, disappear, and are not seen from ever again. I doubt that they are like dead or anything like that, but they're gone, except for magically 1,000 soldiers throughout the city, and then 1,000 more stream in from some other place up here.
You're saying that they go to join the Crimson Blade?
Silent
silent blades.
Silent
I mean,
blade, yeah.
I'm just using my brain. If you put two and two together, it seems to make sense.
Watch your tongue.
You're surrounded.
You don't know who you're talking to.
I don't care.
You will.
Look, we got a lot going on here. We're just trying to get some answers, figure out some stuff, and then we might take your job up later. But I'm telling you, it's going to cost you a lot of money.
I have a lot of money.
But not a denarius, you know what I mean? Because we're not some...
I don't know what that means, but I have a lot of money.
We're not some pansy warriors. We're the Ember's Bane. Best of the best.
If you were to take my job, I mean, it would require the best of the best, and your name would be remembered the next time you come throughout this city.
What's the job?
And with your inside check, you know that she is not lying, but is also, like, she is definitely very self-serving. But from her perspective, there is a group that controls the criminals of this city that is run through the fighting pits. If you were to gain audience with the ruler of these people and take this said individual out, you would save a lot of pain and suffering for the common people, which seems like the city does not care much about the common people.
So, basically, you want us to do a death match with the champion?
She wants us to assassinate
The leader is
Leader.
no human.
no human.
Many people hear rumors and smirk at what I know to be true, but there is a monstrous beast that actually controls this criminal organization in the city.
What is the beast?
Roll a history check as I tell you what the name of the beast is.
Actually, I can do that.
You can roll with the
I was
advantage.
gonna say you definitely can roll the history check.
Yeah, because
Does Argus know anything about what we're talking about or what she's talking about?
No.
Yeah.
So you know, like, of the fighting pits, but
Yeah.
you don't. So
I don't know
you
anything
don't
about the
frequent
underworld.
these two areas pretty much.
Okay. I just was curious if he.
And then he's not gonna tell her, but he was not in the adventurers.
Yeah.
He was tutored by someone from the adventurers group, but he never actually went to the academy.
Academy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. History.
Alright.
What you got?
After this, we can go see the wardrobe.
So I got
what?
a 20 because the 18
We
plus
need to
2.
go to the castle after this.
All right. So you know you've studied this creature because your Bilbo taught you about this, and your father and him ran into one at one point. But the lady says that a beholder actually runs
Son
this
of a mother's
criminal
day.
organization.
What'd you say? What was the
A
name?
beholder
Freaking beholder.
actually runs this criminal organization.
That's weird.
That's a bad mamma jamma. They got on their hands there.
hmm
Alright, so say we kill this thing. We free some people. What are you looking to pay us?
Whatever it'll cost me, I'm sure that I can cover it.
He kind of gets the group, the boys together. He kind of, what are we talking here, fellas? I think we could get a pretty penny out of this one.
I'm not interested in what the beholder has, so whatever goods that the beholder has will be yours. Whatever prizes.
Alright.
But I will put 10,000 up for this.
Alright.
Alright, I might be a part of the city, but I can't pass up 10,000.
Me neither. I'd rather die than patch up 10,000. What about you, bro?
Yeah, I think it'd be stupid to pass
I
up.
mean,
but
we're kind of down a man, but we do got that.
I don't.
You know.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean, are we? I know we took out a god, but let's be honest that
You got lucky.
we got lucky.
Come on,
And
fellas.
we still don't know where Winston is. We need to find Winston.
And the god did not die.
Yeah.
He
We
left.
He left.
So,
Yeah. We didn't take him out. We
Yeah.
just killed the body he was in.
Let's find out where to find this beholder.
Okay.
Got any
She told us
information
it's in the.
you-
We got to go to the fighting pits to find the building.
Yeah,
Okay.
anyone that impresses in the fighting pit will be asked to join, have an audience with the beholder.
Can all three of us fight in the fighting pit, or just one?
It would be one, but you could probably persuade to allow another or two to join you in
Listen,
the actual.
my
You know
dad
the
is.
drill. Two
In the
men
meeting?
enter.
Hey, listen.
One
My dad is Storm
called the
Strongborn.
Thunderdome.
He doesn't pass up a fighting pit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this. I gotta fight. But I understand what you're saying. We definitely do need to figure out where Winston is. We also need to figure out what's going on with the Silent Blaze and his dad.
Mm-hmm.
We will take this job, but it won't happen at this moment.
I mean, others have tried, so if the job is still open, if you somehow succeed, then
More
then
power.
I will pay. I will pay. But
Alright.
I mean, I've sent countless to their deaths. It pains me a little bit.
Combos
It
anybody?
does. Caleb, it doesn't pain her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't think she's worried about it.
yeah. But she says, if you can do what I asked, then today, tomorrow, next week, I would pay.
Alright.
What was her name? I'm sorry.
A Greyhawk.
Greyhawk.
Great. Thank you.
Alright, Greyhawk. Boys, sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, she's sitting-
And
he's
he reaches
sitting
out
right
his
there, she's
hand.
sitting
You got a
right
deal.
And she grabs your hand. And then, are you leaving?
Yeah, we're gonna roll out.
So as you leave, Boris says, "Bye, friends," and waves.
Hi, Boris.
All right, and I gotta
there.
pee.
Is that the guy?
I gotta use the bathroom too. So.
The
Boris,
guy from Frozen. Is that who you're?
Yoo-hoo!
Yeah. You?
hang out with your fan.
Yeah, I'm done.
Go see if we can scout around, look around.
Yeah, I'm with Argus. Whatever he
Yeah.
thinks we need to do.
All right, he does mention, like I'm gonna say it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he does mention that his little mentor person that was from the Adventures Academy. His name was Sir Reginald, and he's from the Adventures Academy. You, Awyn, would have observed Sir Reginald as a younger person, but he didn't train you. He trained your brothers, and he was around, and Bilbo brought him in for a little bit.
I called him. He got mad at me and sweet legged me one time because I called him Baby Yoda. He's a halfling.
But you know that he works with.
He talked like this, like Satan off of Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But you know that he works
With
with the Adventures Academy and did something for Bilbo. And also, he said something about Winston's mom at some point. Knowing
Ooh.
Winston's mom. Yeah.
Interesting.
Alright, what we doing?
We're heading to the castle.
Heading to the castle.
Alright, so you're going to the guard sector then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Alright, and same little process, kind of looks like this too, is involved. You're at the entrance to the barracks area, and the guards are going to question you as you're getting close to them. So how are you gonna approach?
I'm gonna approach like I'm the son of the king, or son of the Lord.
Okay.
He's gonna give you a Hulk who goes there.
Wow.
At this point, Aelin's just kind of
Okay.
trailing with Gur, trying to keep Gur kind of behind everybody.
5 gold. He says Hulk who goes there.
No, I don't want to say hold.
I know. We should have. That should have been text. between
Yeah.
us.
Oh no. Say whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It'll be funny if I lose anyways.
Ugh. What can I do for you?
Dude, don't you recognize me?
As far as I know, that you're dead, my lord. But if you would like to enter, you can. I will say, non-negotiable. Everything must be left here. You must only wear your clothes up to the tower, my lord.
You don't instruct me on what to do.
This is not. You can fight
Where's
with
the
me all you
captain?
want. I am the captain.
Dude, you know who I am.
I know who you say you are, but I know that also the Lord, who I speak with, has told me you are dead.
I'm here. I don't know how that got out.
Just leave your weapons in my possession, and you may board the lift.
Okay, how would I be in possession of these weapons if it wasn't me? Look at my tattoo.
I see your tattoo, but I've seen stranger things in my time on this world. So you can.
Who would I know in this area?
There's a captain. So this is the guard captain. There's a captain who is someone that you would know, who is, I'm looking for the name because I forgot it off the top of my head. Jerry the captain. That's
Tim.
it.
Some know me, call me Tim.
Fenris. So that's the commander of
Of course.
the Knights of the Dawn.
I want to see Captain Fenris.
Captain Fenris mans the gate above.
Call to him. He'll want to see me.
Okay, and he leaves you guys outside the wall there. And it's a kind of uncomfortable amount of time passes before he comes back.
5 more gold pieces that this Captain Fierce, whatever the heck his name is, told who goes there.
Fenris?
Veneer?
So, Commander Fenris, when he comes down, he is flanked by the guard, the captain of the guard. He is actually pale-skinned, he looks like a drow, now that you've seen drow before. And he comes up and embraces Argus.
Damn it.
Thanks for that.
He says, I knew you weren't dead.
I want to go see the Lord. I need to figure out what's going on.
Listen. I know that this may come as a shock to you, but your father has claimed that you're dead and also has secretly put a bounty out for your head if you were to show back up to the city. I will tell him that no one showed up and make them not speak a word of this. All the guards. But Lord Tandari wants your head.
Why?
Because, and he leans in and he says, you're not his son.
So he knows that. And that's why he sent me on that mission.
He was hoping you'd die with the rest.
Damn, kind of went old King David on that one, huh?
Another quote from this world.
Everyone kind of looks at Drago. It's like,
We need to find. We're looking. We're looking for the Byzantine stone. Did I get it right?
Shard. But yeah.
Shard. And we're trying to break the spell.
Look underground. Your father. I mean, the one who raised you. He has had a lot of attention diverted to underground. If anything is down there, I'm sure that it could help you. But he's cut ties with everything that could be considered allies with the Silent Blades.
Why?
He doesn't want anyone to question his authority. He knew that if he openly provoked the Crimson Order, that the Silent Blades would come to fight for their city. And that is the only reason why he did so.
So did he wipe out the Crimson Order?
I mean, they were wounded and licking their wounds and deserted and were kicked out of the city.
So
Not deserted, but kicked out of the city.
What happened to the rest of Silent Blade?
They disappeared back into the crowds. They're masters of disguise, so they're intermixed with the townsfolk and then underground.
What do you know of my real
5
father?
gold pieces. The king's gonna go. Thinking crazy.
Roll persuasion.
Yeah, 100%. I'll take that.
You're gonna lose this one kid.
I've got 10 up on you, so bring 'em on.
I rolled a natural 19 plus 3, 21.
So he says, your real father.
Who is my real father?
You know his name, right?
I know.
So you...
What do you know of him? Is he here?
Officially or unofficially?
Come on.
Zoltan left the city before this went down. The Lord... It's the only reason why the Lord decided to do this.
Zoltan? He was here?
Yeah.
That's my uncle.
The Crimson Order's main force marches upon the city. The Lord will not believe any reports that we give him towards this, but Zoltan has taken a detachment of Silent Blades to slow his advancement down. Lord Ember marches towards our city.
Alright, bro, we gotta go catch up with your dad.
I've got to see him.
He will kill you.
Yeah, come on, man. It's a suicide.
I'll renounce everything.
Is this truly the path that you wish to go?
It's the man who raised me. I did think he was my father. Surely there's some love still there.
Will your comrades not persuade you to see reason? I'm telling you, he will die.
Listen, it's suicide, bro. There's nothing to prove. Let him rot in that cell that he has in that little tower.
He wants to keep his power, and he wants nothing to do with anyone who will question his
These
authority.
are my people. Even if these are my people. Don't you understand that?
I get it, but I mean, what do they do for you? Nothing. They all let you just go. They're not even willing to allow you back in the city, and you're clearly standing here before them. There's no honor.
I've been
loyalty
walking
with
around
them.
the city. Everybody's seen me, and nobody's tried to kill me.
I never knew my father. I don't have any fond memories of a dad besides Bilbo. And I think you should just live with the fond memories that you have of your father and not face him.
We need to find out where the shard is.
And we should find the Silent Blades. That's where Winston is going to be. I can almost guarantee you.
Well, he also told us that this thing that we were looking for, he's trying to do stuff underground. Maybe we need to go there first. and
The
figure out what
Silent
this
Blades,
is.
I mean, from what we saw earlier, the Silent Blades are clearly being guarded from coming back into the city. So if we can get underground, I'm sure we can make connection with the Silent Blades and then figure out something to do. I wish Winston was here. He would know what to do.
So where should we start?
I got you, little bro, okay? I'm right here.
Where should we start looking?
I can take you to your father if you so choose.
Look,
But
wanna-
you walk to your death.
We want to find the Silent Blades. Can you take us to them?
that's what we need to do. Ari, you're not going to go see your dad. You're going to come with us. You're going to go meet your real dad, who you might hate him, But I know Zoltan.
If we can get the
There's
backing,
a lot of reasons why he did what he did.
if we can get the
Okay.
backing of the Silent Blades, it might be easier to reach your father.
And not to mention, the guy's kind of a douchebag.
This
So meet your
commander
real
clearly
father,
has love for you.
and you might be able to kill him later.
This commander clearly has love for you. He doesn't act like he wants you to walk in there and die. He's trying to give you a way out, and I believe that you still have supporters here in the city.
And no
We just have to
offense-
find the right people to get us to your dad.
And no offense to you, Drow. Love you, Drow. But they're kind of assholes, and they don't help anyone.
He
That's kind
shrugs
of their
his
whole
shoulders.
thing.
Yeah, okay.
They're helping.
I am an asshole.
We've had 2 of them already help us defending that village, and now he's willing to lay his life down for you here. I mean, there's got to be a connection here with Zoltan. Plus, I really want to see my uncle. And I need some questions. I got some answers.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to go after Zoltan though.
No, he's out of the city. If he's already marching towards the...
Yeah.
If he's marching towards Ember, then what my mother said has more truth to it than... I mean, not that my mother would have lied, but the fact that Zoltan felt that he needed to go in and delay this army coming, from what I know of Zoltan and from what I know of Ember, I'm assuming that there's a
Not really
great
a lot of fun,
threat
yeah.
coming. If Zoltan believes he has to do what he can to slow this army, that doesn't mean he's going down there with the thought of stopping them.
Okay. Well, whatever we do, if my dad's out to kill me, we need to get the hell out of here. So, underground. What's he looking for underground?
How do we find the Silent Blades?
I mean,
And
they're
do you know if the Lord's screwing a goat? 'Cause it got 5 gold pieces on it.
screwing a goat.
Yeah.
What's he
Not
looking
that
for
I know.
underground? Or do you not know?
He's guarding the tower that's underground.
The tower?
It powers the entire city. The blue energy that courses through the city, it powers the city. The guards, they're guards that guard the tower underground.
Okay.
The Silent Blades, that's where I think they're predominantly holed up.
Okay.
I can perhaps get you underground, but I think at that point I will for sure be totally cut off. Like the Lord will take me out, or
He need you here. Where should we go first?
Yeah.
so I can help you, or you can speak with the Adventurers Academy, because they can point you in the right direction, because that's when people graduate, they're given the choice to join the Silent Blades, join the Knights Guards, or go to adventurers, like become adventurers, or if they show particular talent, they'll become a candidate to be a Knight of the Dawn.
Now, before we move to whichever one we're going to decide to go to, have you heard about the Beholder that's in the city?
I believe that's just be a myth.
Oh, we found out that it's not.
Then things are grave indeed if you truly believe that this is the case.
There's definitely a beholder in this city.
Down
Has
the
control
pits.
of the criminal organizations in this town.
Another thing birthed from the Shadowfell, it seems.
Okay.
Now we have to decide. Do we want to go underground, or do we want to go after the Beholder?
And how do you want to go underground? Because he could get you there, but he would sacrifice his position. Or you could talk to the Adventures Academy, and maybe they can get you in. But
Sir-
Side
Is
note,
Sir Reginald still
Reginald,
at the
yeah, that's what
Adventure
kind of asked.
Academy?
If he still at the Adventures Academy?
No, he left. Dude, okay.
you're not sure if
say
he's
we
there
are-
or not, because he did tutor you in years past. Then he left to tutor
Tutor
you
them.
all, but then he came back. And as far as you know,
He
he's
might
still
be.
there.
It's worth at least checking out.
Thing is, though, what's my disguise? Do I have disguise?
If you have disguise self, it's a spell. If not, it would just be deception roll.
Okay, let's go to the academy first and see if Sir Reginald's there. I thank him, and if later on I can do anything for you.
You're like, and this guy trained you for many years. So it's like, you were the son I never had. So I don't want to see you go to your doom.
If I go to the academy, do you think they'll turn me in?
No, the Lord has cut ties with the academy too. He wants nothing to do.
Seriously.
Well, he thinks they're at the underground, but he's not sure.
Hey, if you get any chance to get any word to Zoltan, tell him his nephew Drago loves him. And hang in there. Help's on the way.
Okay, of all the messages I will send today that are of great importance, I will try to say that one. Also, he said something about a beholder being birthed from the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
You've heard of the Shadowfell before. Argus would know the Shadowfell, but further up in the north, it's literally a shadow veil that's across the north, and it goes to a different plane, just like the Feywild that you ventured into at one point.
We learned about that when we were at the Feywild, because they talked about it splitting.
Yeah, but it's slowly advancing south, and so they're dealing with things that come out of it. So he would probably fill you in on that part at some point. But he said that the beholder probably came from that area too.
Okay.
I say that's probably what we need to do.
What, go after the beholder?
Yeah, I was leaning towards that as well.
Yeah.
Because if it's just a single champion in the pits, I mean, not me, but one of you guys can easily.
I'm your man.
Yeah, I'm your Huckleberry.
Let's go. Let's go.
I got the t-shirt.
Let's go to the order
I got
first.
the t-shirt.
Yeah, let's go check out the order, see if they can point us in that direction, and then we can
Yeah.
decide if we want to go after the beholder or.
Is there any way I can get in touch with you later?
I mean, he's probably here.
I mean, you can. The guards
The gate.
The guards will tell me if you have a message for me. You call me and I will come. I have a certain pull. If I tell them not to remember someone, they will not remember someone.
Okay.
But if you just walk into your father, you walk. I can't save you in that instance.
All right, guys, let's go.
Alright, let's go. So we're heading to the Hero Academy. Adventure Academy. Adventure Academy.
Adventure Academy!
Adventure awaits.
I thought you said Avenger Academy.
That would be cool.
Pretty dope. Hey, WandaVision's getting that direction.
Sir Reginald.
I think I was in the minority of people
Hope
that
you're
didn't
there
like the
with
last
us.
episode because I got my hopes up of all the different things that I heard might happen, and then none of it happened, and I was like, bummer.
I need to binge watch. I haven't watched it. I need to freaking watch it. I might start watching it tomorrow. Just
What's
watch
that?
all of WandaVision.
Oh, see, I didn't watch the last one.
At
I didn't know there was
first-
a 9. I thought there was just 8.
I haven't watched any of it. At first, I've heard people saying don't watch it, and then now that a lot of people are like, okay, the first 2 episodes you got to work through, but after that, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's the way it was.
I'm like,
That's the way it
dang it, I gotta watch it.
There's a lot of people that said that there was gonna be some real crazy cameos in it, and then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And there's people that were saying there's things that there's crazy leaks that were going to get lead to certain things that I know that might happen, and none of that happened, and so I was kind of disappointed
That stinks.
because I just listened to all that instead of just watching it.
Like, she was the creation of mutants. That's why they
Yeah.
occurred in the first place, because of her.
Because they have the rights to them all now.
Yeah.
Well, there is a comic line where she is the star of mutants.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that's the way they were going to take it or not. I kind of thought that's where they were going to go when they introduced the witches, and
Not telling you now.
I know. I gotta watch. I gotta watch it.
Well, you could
I might do that tomorrow when I work. Watch WandaVision. Alright, so we're going to the
That
Adventure Academy.
Or just single one.
So we're okay. As long as you guys are cool, I don't mind talking a bunch. but I
No,
don't
yeah,
want you
it
to
was.
be
This
bored.
is good. This
No,
is
yeah,
really good. There's
I
a
like
lot of
the role
information.
playing, yeah, it's good. It's a lot of backstory for what we're
Yeah,
the campaign
this
we're
is.
working on.
I
yeah.
feel like we're kind of.
Because you guys really didn't know me.
No, we didn't know you at
no,
all,
well,
and
yeah.
we're learning a lot about like why a lot of these monsters are in the
Yes.
in Terra now, because there weren't a lot of monsters in
Yep.
Terra before this
And-
happened, and so yeah, it works.
And I kind of feel like we're putting pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah, no,
You
I
know,
think.
like
I
putting
mean,
the piece.
if
the
you go
puzzle
back and
in,
look
yeah.
at our old campaigns, we had one of these nights every
Yeah.
couple months or
And
something.
then we just
'cause you
put it
had
together.
to.
I'm like 14 years older than you guys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're almost 25 years older than me.
He looks, and he still looks like he's our age. That's
Yeah.
a crazy
Because
part.
what, you're 35, right? How you said?
32,
Or 32?
It's close to
Yeah.
the age, yeah.
because he said he was. So I'm 21.
Because
so
there
he's
was like
14.
10 to 15 years of peace before. Well, there were more than that of peace, but there were 10 to 15 years before you guys were born that he was around, because we were in the city when Zoltan did his business when we were in the city. That was before, you know.
So, you know.
Yeah.
9 months later after that.
Baby.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys take the tram and you get off into this sector, and the sector is literally just a training ground. So like there is a huge academy, think like Hogwarts level, or what's the Witcher equivalent of the, what's that called? Do you remember?
Karamorn.
Yeah, sort of like that on one side, and then there's like the business sector of it. That's the Wally's Warrior side, where you would get contracts and stuff and be hired out to do stuff, and it's just as huge. So there's two different areas of this sector before you.
All right. They walk in and looking around, and is there anybody at the desk or anything, or someone to greet us when we go in?
Which one are you walking into?
Probably the training ground area.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. There's a
Definitely going to the training ground first to check out.
There's a person that looks a lot like a lot taller than they originally are, but you notice that they're on like a major step ladder that makes them like very much like level with the counter that they're like sitting on. Secretary, and they say, "Welcome to the Adventures Academy. How can I help you?" And
I'm
they're
looking for Lord. I'm
they're
looking for
Sir
Reginald.
Reginald.
Headmaster Reginald.
Yes, is he here?
He is. I believe he's in class. May I take a message?
No, we need to see him right away. Tell him Drago's here to see him.
Okay. I'll send a message.
It's an emergency.
Okay.
ASAP.
Okay. And there's a little. It's like a little inner department like tube thing. It is shot up. Yeah. And it shoots up to an area, and it takes literally all of 10 minutes before this stout-looking halfling with the scar over his eye and his anime hair and his like long sword draped across his back, even though he's in like an office pretty much, comes down to greet you.
Baby Yoda! How's
You
it
know I
hanging?
hate it when you call me that.
Come here, you old lug.
And I
here,
also
lug.
forgot how I talked a little bit, but I think this is sort of like it, right? This is me, right? I think it is. Is it?
Yes.
I don't-
Okay,
It's
good.
exactly. He said,
You guys would know if I talked like this. I think I do.
Why didn't you tell me that they were there? Why didn't you tell me who I was?
I was instructed to just teach you.
Trust me.
You trusted me, and I did not betray your trust. I trained you to the best of my abilities as I did them.
You know that my head is like on a block now.
This was a unforeseen complication. No one thought that Lord Tandari would go all power hungry. We thought that Bilbo's plan would be followed to a T. But that is not indeed the case. Let's talk in my office a little more.
I
Because
was going to say, you just name dropped Bilbo. Should we not be out in public?
yeah. And so, yeah, he leads you to, like, his little Dumbledore's office. And he just is like, yeah, the plan has kind of gone awry.
What plan?
The plan to Stay off Apocalypse.
Did it happen? Was my mother's death included in that plan?
We were supposed to find the sickness before anyone died. That was the first of the complications. Then Bilbo died. Then your adoptive father decided to kind of go mad and not want anything to do with Bilbo and pretty much openly defy anything. He's cut ties with me, with Zoltan, with anyone who had ties to Bilbo. I mean, with Zoltan, it's understanding with what he found out, but he won't speak with me either now.
I just wish you'd come to me.
So who's pulling the Lord's strings?
The Lord just wants to... He doesn't think he needs Bilbo's guidance.
I already paid you for that, FYI.
The Lord thinks he can deal with...
I'm being serious. It sounds like for someone to make a total
180.
flip like that.
Well, he's pissed off because I'm not his kid.
I understand. I understand you. That I understand. I don't understand the 180 away from everyone that he should be leaning on in this situation.
You all are old enough to understand this city. Bilbo had a fortune that you never saw, correct? Mm-hmm. You know that about him, right?
Yeah, we're kind of, making ends meet as we go.
He bankrolled this city.
Yes.
This city is, built from his money.
He built this city. Sorry.
And rock and roll.
I mean, I don't know. I did not know that, but it makes sense knowing Bilbo.
Bilbo probably saw a plan that, like you said, had a hand in a lot of cookie jars because he's trying to prevent what's already happening.
I don't know all the plan. I just know that he wanted you all away from here. Totally, no one knows about you, to be safe and to learn as much as you can without being influenced by shortcuts. And he kind of gestures to the tattoo on your hand, Argus. And he's like, magic grown naturally is a lot more powerful than magic that is put into you. You have both, actually, Argus. You're kind of an enigma to the rule.
Well, we're kind of in a hurry here, Sir Reginald. Why we called you here was we got word that there's a beholder in this city is taking control of a criminal organization, and we're looking to make some pretty cash by taking the thing out. We also believe that if we take the thing out, it's going to kind of free up probably a lot of problems in this town.
That's all well and good, but is this going to stop the spell plague?
We're trying to find the Silent Blades.
The Silent Blades are under the city.
Well, I have a feeling that this beholder might be blocking the way for something that's guarding this. The Byzantium. Was it?
Byzantium
Shard.
Yeah.
The shard. That's what we're saying. I didn't really explain it well, but we think that if we could take this out, it's a possibility it might free up a lot of stuff going on, not only for the free people of this town, but it might have something to do with the king as well.
Lord. Lord Regent. Not king.
Where's
Lord, Steward, whatever the hell his name is, I don't know.
Roll an insight check on Sir Reginald, please, somebody.
A what?
An insight check on Sir Reginald.
I can do it.
17?
18.
Yeah!
Hey, you got it.
So he looks very concerned for a second, and he says, "Where's Winston?"
He went ahead of us.
He's here. We just don't know where he is.
We just don't know where he is. Oh, and by the way, and I kind of show him my yellow eyes, because he doesn't know I can turn wolf. And then I tell him, Winston's a vampire, FYI. So yeah, pretty awesome.
You don't.
That's not something you needed to share.
Yeah.
He probably
It's okay. It's the original. He trained us.
Vampire.
He's one of us.
You don't know what you've done. Did you allow this to happen?
What are you talking about? Him get separated from us, or him being a vampire, and me being a werewolf?
Which one do you want me to say?
The werewolf is.
I thought that you were gonna be the level-headed one of the... Oh my
Like me.
gosh.
all me.
Sir Reginald, listen, man, listen.
I told his mother I would protect him. This is the only reason why I
No,
thought that I could count
I
on...
tried to stop him.
This is another-
He thought logically. You know how Winston thinks. Something in him triggered his mindset, his philosophy, his way of life, whatever you want to call it. He made a logical choice, thought it was right, chose to be a vampire. It's actually done extremely well for our group. Me as a werewolf is part of my blood curse, part of this thing that's in me. It triggered, ask him, at one point in time, out of nowhere. I had no control over it. I wasn't.
I've only been with him for 3 weeks.
Two things. One, you're full of shit. You should have stopped him. Okay? And now, like, I brought him from the Feywild as like a, hey, let's see if he can be raised in this world and not be as evil as the rest of humankind.
He's not evil. He's an awesome.
They're not going to
badass
see
warrior.
it that way. And second,
Who's not going to see it that way?
I think you know a lot more than what
I
you're telling
cannot.
us.
I cannot say. I literally cannot say. Like, I would tell you
But you can't.
if it wasn't magically withheld from me.
Uh,
Second, would you like to see more of you?
What do you mean more of me? I can see a whole lot of me right now.
I mean, you have one strapped to your chest, baby Bizorn, to like...
Baby Bobby picked him up from. We saved him from Lord Embers, actually.
Oh dear God! Don't get me started on that.
I mean, there's others.
Hey, can you leave the baby with him?
What do you mean there's others? Others of me? Others of Bobby?
Yes.
Are you serious? Whose heads do I gotta chop off? Because there can only be one. I'm kidding.
Alright, and yeah, he leads you to a classroom full of like somewhere between 5 to 11-year-olds, and there's probably 8 of them throughout. And you
Drago
can
like
chop
freaked
off
out,
the
and he
heads.
no Drago he freaked out. And
Master Anakin, there's too many of them.
and he looks at Awyn and goes, "I swear, I've never been with anyone."
Or whatever. I believe you as much as you owe me 5 gold pieces.
What bet did I lose this time?
I mean, this one's 11, and you would have been 10 when he was born. That's a little weird.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Do you know what we are? I mean, you know about our blood magic, right?
Yes, Bilbo sought me. Bilbo quested me to do this as well.
Hey, Dark.
Part of the reason why I made this academy was to do this.
You know that there's a chance that some of them are going to be werewolves, right?
I mean, I'm aware. That's why we're training them.
Well, if you ever need a teacher, I'm your man.
Drop the baby off.
I'm getting there, bro.
Okay.
I feel like this is kind of what Mando felt like with Baby Yoda. And you're kind of like Luke Skywalker. I don't know.
You've already said I'm more like Yoda than Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, that's true. All right, listen. I think it's fitting that I leave little Bobby with you.
Bobby, you are.
You know, and if he gets a little loud, all you gotta do is say, "Shut up, Bobby." You gotta say it just like that.
Damn it, Bobby.
Shut up, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
You got
Damn it, Bobby.
You got a D in English. You speak English, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
Listen,
I said
Bobby.
that to Will.
I love you, Bobby. We
Oh,
love
sorry,
you.
Will, if you ever listen to this.
I hope that you do well here. I think you do well. I'll come back for you, bud. He kind of hands him over to Sir Reginald.
Okay. He says he'll be cared for here. This has been literally since I left you. This is all I've done is seek and train whoever.
Can you point us in the direction of the Silent Blades?
I can get you underground, more than likely.
So we're not going after the beholder?
But
Well, we're just getting information.
the Silent Blades are, I mean, the guards. Normally they are told not to respect me, but some of them, I know, still hold some kind of allegiance because I trained most of them. So I could probably get you past them.
What are you thinking?
But then you'd be on your own when you get down there.
Do you want paper, rock, scissors the thing? Flip a coin? 50 to 50? Arm wrestling. I got you there,
Awyn
bro.
just reaches into his backpack. Right on.
What's going on?
They're
I'm
debating.
drowning out Drago's nonsense with alcohol.
No, he's trying to figure out what he's wanting.
I'm trying to figure out what's the best way for us to get to Silent Blades. Also, the more information we can get about this city, the better. And
So
Sir Reginald's been around for a long time.
So what you're
Why don't
thinking
we
is
pick his brain and at least see what he can tell us about what's going on in the city that he's allowed to tell us.
Did
What-
you speak to the... So literally the only thing he's not allowed to say is who, like, he took this child from, which was Winston, and protected him.
what I was gonna say is
But you can ask more about that or more about the city.
so you're not opposed to going directly to the beholder yet.
No, I think the Beholder probably has a big impact on what's going on in the city. I believe that if we are able to take out the Beholder, it will benefit the city in a major way. I'm just trying to decide and trying to think about if that is
I think the
what we need
Beholder-
to do.
I think we're going to find a lot about this Byzantium shard if we go and we defeat this beholder.
And you haven't really mentioned the Beholder to him either.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I told him that.
That's what he said. He said that there's a
We're looking
Beholder
for
in
a
the city.
beholder.
To him?
Yeah. And that's when he said you got mad because then I started talking about other stuff too.
Yeah, so as you guys are debating back and forth, is it cool that, like...
I mean, we
go
didn't
ahead.
leave. We're still in the office.
Yeah, we're
so
still here.
everything
Just
we're saying he
kinda,
can hear. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like I said, pulled everybody
Right.
out and we talked.
Because
We're
we
just
all
saying-
trust this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember him. I have memories of him, but
He didn't specifically train you to sword fight, but you watched him train your brothers.
Oh yeah, I knew him, and they clearly Drago trusts him, and the fact that he would drop what he was doing and come to Drago just on a name drop has impact clearly in his mind.
And you know too that I'm very secretive, and for me to just say I was a werewolf, vampire, and all that, right at Reginald knows that I trust him. with everything.
yeah.
Like I'm not gonna drop all that on. You know what I mean?
So have you heard about this beholder in the city? Rumors or not, have you heard anything about the beholder?
The Beholder has been here for a while.
So there is truth to what.
I believe he has a name. The Beholder's name, which is odd because most do not even have a name. But this one goes by Xanathar.
Xanathar?
Xanathar.
Xanathar.
And he, as far as the common people, he has a firm grip on them. as far as connection to who might tell you more about the Byzantium Shard, I know that he probably would not know that answer. But whatever is down below is precious to the king, the Lord. Dang it, you guys said it, so now I'm saying it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to go below, that answer could be taken. I know that also Xanathar is said to have had, from our intelligence, I am quite connected. He has...
Other side. The other side. Little side. See, there's like a blade on one. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I had to punch it out. I had to like hit it. How do you get the stuff out?
After it builds up, and then
Yeah.
it comes out by
Okay.
itself, so you're good.
So,
There you go. Yeah, once it's punched, you're good.
I'm quite
Yeah,
connected.
don't destroy
If
it harder.
you push any harder, you will.
Xanathar, from what I've heard, he has 3 rings upon his eye stalks that make him even more formidable. I would struggle to face him.
That's what I was worried about.
He has a firm grip on the Undercity that the Lord does not even care about.
We are either going to need more allies before you even think about going down to the Beholder. And I think we'll get those allies by finding the Silent Blades.
I mean, there's no question that we're going to need all the help we can get with the Beholder. Just how much time do we have before Lord Embers descends upon the city?
Well, if Zoltan does his job, he's going to buy us some extra time. And we were weeks travel away.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now.
But you remember, the army went the wrong direction for a long time before they turned around.
I'm going to tell you something right now, Awyn. I saw what Lord Embers can do to our parents. What he did with a snap of his fingers. Godlike beings. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care what Zoltan throws at him. I don't care if they have 1,000 to 1,000,000 people. They're all dead. He's already coming. And if he knows for 1 second that you're here, or that dragon's here, or where I'm here, we're toast. We're running out of time. And we don't have
But we're
time to
weeks
go
ahead
out the
of him.
city. We got to get to that Beholder and take it out.
I don't think the Beholder has anything to do with what this shard. Why would Reginald lie to us?
I don't know. I'm not saying he's lying, but maybe he doesn't know the whole truth.
I think we need more information before we take on the Beholder.
Zoltan will do whatever is necessary, I'll tell you that, to keep this enemy at bay.
And
You-
Zoltan isn't just some drow. He's... At one point, he was the lord of...
And Balerion wasn't just some dragon, he was a god. And he got his ass kicked right there in front of me with Lord Embers. I'm telling you, there's no chance he's going to stop him. If anything, they're probably already dead. What I'm saying is we're on a time limit. I'm not disagreeing with you on
I know, and what I'm saying is that based on that timeline, there's no point in us wasting time going after the Beholder.
so you don't think the Beholder has anything to do with the hold on anything or anything to do with the shard or any of that?
Hmm.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because Reginald just said that.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Said he's been around for a long time,
He's been in the city
and
for
he has
a
a
long
hold
time.
of the city, but he's just manipulating the city. He doesn't really have any further game plan than that. He just wants to create an empire.
And I think Greyhawk is trying to take over his empire. And she's trying to get whoever she can to go after him. Or she's trying to get us killed. Because she knows more than what she's telling. There's too many unknowns for us to just...
So what are you suggesting we do?
I'm suggesting we find the Silent Blades. That was
For
what Bilbo
what reason?
told us to do.
We already did that. We already did that job. I mean,
I'm with Drago. I think we need to go after the Beholder.
If the Blades are underground, and now we've had two people that have been in the city for a long time tell us that the shard is potentially underground, then why would we not go underground?
The Beholder is underground.
But if Reginald can get us in underground to the Silent Blades, then I bet we can find more information.
Yeah, those are your two choices. So,
What?
the Xanathar, now you know his name, is the Beholder. He is like behind the Thunderdome, which is the fight match ring. You impress in the Thunderdome, you get an audience with the Beholder. Or Sir Reginald uses his influence and he gets you underground and you talk to the Silent Blades and find out what's under there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are your two choices, your two options.
okay.
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is I don't believe we need to go after the Beholder until we can find Winston and get more information about what's going on in this city.
Which one do you have that you want us to do, Tom? We're at an impasse.
You can do both.
Mm-hmm.
You can get...
All right. Well, we'll go. Let's. Okay. I'll go to the Silent Blades first, but I'm going after the Beholder.
If we get down there and that's the direction we need to go, then that's fine. But
Whether you go with me or not, I'm going after the Beholder.
okay.
And I'm saying that you guys could split up now, too, if you wanted to.
No, I'm willing.
Huh.
All right, let's go.
I just don't think. I mean, I mean, we could do the Silent Blade thing. I'm just saying, it's like when I'm thinking about it, I think the Beholder has a bigger part to play than just
do we
reputation. I think there's more than just reputation on the line.
Then, I mean, if Drago feels that way, Drago can try to sneak off if you don't think that they're going to go along with it.
Well, I'm telling you right now, based on what I was able to glean from Greyhawk, she was not interested in the she was not interested in the well-being of the common people. She was interested in what was going to benefit her.
Right, and
No,
I agree with that. Like,
I believe that her intention is taking over this crime organization.
Right.
And she doesn't care how many people she sends to get killed as long as this Beholder dies.
Right.
And based on the information there and what we've gotten from Sir Reginald and from the commander...
Well, how about this? We'll go to the pits and fight first. You can go to the Silent Blades.
And that's cool. Like, I'm not going to penalize you for that.
I see what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, as a player, I know how smart he is as a DM, and I know he didn't just put that Beholder in there just for Philly-dilly.
As a player, I'm thinking that he has done this before in past campaigns as a total distraction.
And it might well be, but it also could be a very well big, like,
Oh, I know.
big
I'm
log
not
that
saying
we
it's
throw
not.
Now
over.
you guys are thinking more of
But
like
that's-
Phil and
I'm not
Caleb
tr-
and more.
I'm
like,
not.
I think that
before
what's
that
gonna
conversation,
happen-
before that statement, I was trying to base off my decision based off exactly what we have heard as logical characters.
Yeah.
Like, anyone's not just going to go after this Beholder. My character, who is lawful good, 100%. He wants to do everything he can for this city, correct?
Right.
Like, anyone's not going to shy away. But he's also not dumb enough to go up against the enemy that he doesn't believe that he can... Like, with the God, Bane, we didn't have a choice in that situation.
Yeah, because I shot first.
Right? There was no choice. We were stuck. Like, Awyn had to either assist his brothers or leave them to die. right? And his lawful goodness is not going to.
Well,
But the
that's
issue
not-
I'm having as my character, Awyn, who is lawful good, who is 16 years old, who trusts very easily,
Yeah.
right? Who has fond memories of Sir Reginald, who knows that he trained you, who he knows Bilbo trusted enough to come train you when Bilbo wanted to keep all of us a secret for
But
as
Sir
long as we
Reginald tell
could.
us not to go?
Hmm?
Did he tell us not to go?
He didn't tell us not to go. He told us that he doesn't believe that this beholder has anything to do with this Byzantine shard.
The Byzantine shard.
Byzantine shard.
But I
Like,
think what I think, like, to stop all this though, is I think that y'all's minds are already made up. I think
Yep.
you want to find
Yeah.
Winston, and
I
I
wanna
think
find
you
Winston.
want to go to the fighting pits, and that's totally okay.
And I was getting ready to say that.
So,
then
like,
let's
yeah.
just
Let's
split
go.
up. It's not like you have to go. You're going to be fighting for a little while. It's not like you're going to go straight into it. And I'm probably not going to just walk into a chamber and Winston's going to be sitting there. Like, it's going to take a little bit of time. And you guys could get to the beholder before I get to Winston, or I could get to Winston before you guys are even done with your challenges or
Right.
tasks that you have to do before you ever get to the beholder.
Right.
And if I get to Winston and he has information because he's been here working on it,
Yeah.
that was my whole plan, was to try and get to Winston, find Winston. Winston's here. He has things that he knows
Yeah, and
about what's going on
I
in
think,
the
but
city.
see, I think that's something with your character though. Like,
Oh no, it is. That's why I'm playing.
Yeah,
that's
it's
why
like-
I'm doing that. I'm
like
I'm
for
trying
me,
to play
like,
as
as
true to
Drago,
my character as possible.
I'm close to Winston. He's my bro. Like, you're my bro. But I also know he's a grown man. He can take care of himself. He chose to leave without us. So I felt like, okay, I'm not going to go chase him. I'm going to go figure out what I can because, once again,
I know, but he
Drago
said
is...
he would meet us, and we've been in the city for a day now
But
So,
he's-
hey, okay.
and haven't seen Winston.
Do you want to go to the pits?
yes.
I'm
Let's
going.
Yeah,
I'm
what
going
are
to the
you
Blade.
Why don't you go to and find out what you can from the silent breaks? Because
That's-
either way, there might not be a battle there. But before you go
Yeah.
anywhere, with the information you find, come find us.
Oh, that's the plan.
Okay.
My goal is to find information, and
Okay.
if I can find Winston down there, awesome. If I can't, I'm coming back to you guys. That
Let's
is
go.
the plan.
All right, let's go.
Done.
I'm
Okay.
just purely trying to find out more
Yep.
about
Nope,
what is
gotcha.
happening
All right.
before we just.
Yeah, we're
You know what I
good.
mean,
Like,
But we won't go see the beholder without you.
and
As long as you have that choice.
Right.
I don't want you to think I'm mad at you at all.
No,
Like,
oh no.
Like,
no.
I'm strategically
Dude, no,
trying to figure
I'm not
this
worried
stuff
about,
out.
I'm not worried about that at all.
Good.
I'm just trying to play to my character.
Yep.
And that's what this is. What my character, like, as much as Bilbo is my dad, Winston is a father figure to me in more ways than Bilbo ever was, because Bilbo wasn't around. Winston was always there, you know. And so for me, when Winston says I will meet you, and we get there, and Winston doesn't meet us, Awyn has a very
It's like a total Gandalf situation.
Awyn just has this.
Gandalf Frodo.
Awyn has just this cold chill down
No,
his
this-
spine
uh-oh.
that he hasn't been able to break since we got into
Yeah.
the city,
Yeah.
and
All right.
he's not going to be able to just
So
go
who wants
off
to
on
go
some of the
first? I don't
quests.
care who, but like we're splitting. So
You can let him go first. We can.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll sit out for a minute.
All right, Sir Reginald, I need to get to the Silent Blades.
just you then.
Just me and my friend here.
Okay. Yeah, and he's gonna lead you.
Well, I guess Sir Reginald would know about Gur, right? That's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and
He-
Gur. Although I'm assuming that Gur was. It's going to be a little bit of a shock now that Gur's this big.
Bigger? Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think, but it's not.
Interesting.
Or at least he doesn't seem.
He doesn't seem caught off by it.
Huh?
This is
Well,
already-
Hardy? Yeah.
I'm assuming
I
that
can
he.
tell when you, as soon as you
I'm assuming that he had some
Yeah.
concept of what Gur was.
punch him.
Yeah. I mean, he's privy to most of Bilbo's
some grit.
plans,
Yeah.
but I mean, Bilbo still holds things close to the chest
Yeah,
sometimes.
oh for sure.
So, like, you can ask him stuff on the way, but he's gonna lead you. Like,
Yeah,
if you had
I was
any
gonna talk.
questions.
I was gonna
Yeah,
ask him a little bit some
Ah,
stuff.
they could
Yeah.
gain.
All right. Yeah, but he's gonna lead you to one of those manhole cover
Huh?
areas,
Okay, he's smoking.
so you can talk to him if you want. I'll
Okay.
Come
go
on,
there.
dude.
Yeah.
No, I'd be
So,
wild.
Sir Reginald, what can you
You're like,
tell me
"Ooh."
of Bilbo's plan?
Makes me relax.
Really?
He
It pumps me up.
He literally he had this whole area built and all of these plans in place to delay the Shadowfell from coming across. I'm not sure how he accomplished the delay of it, because it is literally, it's standing still in the distance. If not, it would already have like piled throughout the earth, or throughout Terra. So something is stopping it. I'm not sure what. But he had all these plans in place because he thought that you all were the only people who could possibly affect the outcome of this. He put all his hope in you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I have another question for you. Why am I so special, and why was I born with Gur, this dragon? Do you know anything of that? Do you know who my father is?
I know that Valerian. This is the same thing that you were told that I'm not sure if you remember.
Oh no, I remember. I'm just
But Valerian
not
tried to come
fishing
back.
per se, but
Valerian tried to come back and ripped a hole in reality and pretty much split himself into like atoms, pretty much. And all that's left of him is in Gur.
so okay. Yeah, I just was.
And he actually paved the way for the Shadowfell and the Age of Ruin to come without realizing it.
So do you want to be the one to go into the pit?
Both will.
Oh yeah, forever. We can talk about that.
I don't want you to think this is slighted Valerian, though. Like,
Oh,
he
no,
knew
no, I don't think that.
he was
Jesse.
like newly god. He did not know the scope of his power or what he could or could not do.
So pretty much, you're telling me that Valerian is my father by accident.
I am not sure, and I don't think Bilbo is either.
Okay.
I know that what exists left of Valerian is in Gur. I do not know
You
if
keep talking about Bilbo in present tense. Is he still alive?
he knew this eventuality might happen, and he also knew that if you guys could stop this, there might be a way for him to come back. As I believe the note Zoltan left you said.
Zoltan left that note?
It
About
was
the Silent
signed
Blades?
ZB, correct?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I didn't put that together until just now. Drago, did you hear that? Did you hear that through the door? So I'm talking to Sir Reginald here about everything going on, about who my father was. I already know what happened with Valerian, but I just wanted to, if the stories lined up, right? Kind of fishing for something.
Mm-hmm.
And he pretty much told me the same thing, right? We're not really sure if Valerian's my father, but it's leaning that direction, and we know that Gur is what's left of Valerian. But I was talking to him about that, and he was saying, well, that's what Zoltan's note said to you. And I was like, what do you mean Zoltan's note? He was like, well, yeah, it was signed ZB, right? And I was like, son of a bitch. Zoltan wrote that freaking note.
I told you guys that.
I know, but like I
said
didn't,
that in the past.
it like didn't click till just now.
Go listen to episode 1.
Well,
and
he definitely
They probably
did,
didn't know what
actually.
Zoltan's. They probably didn't remember Zoltan's last name.
I did not.
You never said Zoltan's last name.
I don't think we ever had Zoltan's last name. So
Yeah.
that's why when ZB came in, I mean, we all thought Zoltan at first, but the B threw us off, I think, is
He's
why.
the one that
Yeah.
created the Silent Blades.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's no question
No
now
question.
that he's the one that created Silent Blades,
I mean,
because
yeah.
he clearly was underground, under this city for a long time, creating
Yeah.
Silent Blades and watching his son grow up from afar. I mean, Zoltan's a lot of things, but he's not going to ditch his son if he doesn't have to, from what I remember of the stories.
Zoltan's
At least the stories of the later years of Zoltan, not
Zoltan.
the early years of Zoltan.
Zoltan's
And that's kinda
a
weird.
good man if he wants to be.
That's kind of weird in Drow culture because most of the time kids are kind of like, whatever.
Yeah. All right, Sir Reginald, I have one last question
Especially
for
male.
you. Who is Argus's mom?
She's the daughter of the king from ages past. The king who created, the person who your Bilbo
13.
traveled with. Yes, 13. That's his daughter.
Okay.
That's what I told you guys to.
Yeah. I just trying to dot T's and cross I, or
You
No,
know,
I completely understand.
Yeah.
has Bilbo ever said anything to you about?
You're not there.
You're
Not
not
there.
there.
We are walking and talking. Yeah.
All right, but you guys
That
approach.
was the last question.
Yeah, you approach this manhole cover, and
He didn't say anything, so I figured everything was
Bilbo. No, what did I just say? Yeah, and there's 5 guards, one Knight of the Dawn that is guarding this cover, and he goes up to them and he just he says, "Now look, boys. Evan, Roger, I have trained you since birth. You'll look the other way and allow my friend to pass. Is that clear?" And without hesitation, they all nod, and they all look like they're guarding something in another direction, and allow you to go down the manhole cover.
Old
Right
Vesemir.
before I go down, I say one more thing. Have you heard from Winston? He's
I
supposed
would-
to be in the town.
I was caught off guard when he wasn't with you. But if I know Winston and he's like his father, he's already down there.
That's what I believe too. Sir Reginald, I appreciate your help. Thank you.
Okay.
And I'm gone.
All right. And there's no guards in this undercity. I'm
Mhm.
going to explain this to you, and then we're going to switch to this other area before we come back to you. All right. But what you see in this area, it is not a sewer. There is this sprawling, also underground city throughout, and it is completely separate from the world above. And what seems to be all these dwarves are working all throughout. Dwarves that look to be like Zuri, the northern dwarf that you guys encountered, that were displaced. Alright, and they're all building things, but there's also buildings and stuff, and there's all these humanoid figures that are silent blades that you can talk to.
Okay.
Alright, but this is like a huge underground cavern, and it is lit. Like there's a sun in the sky because there's a tower in the very middle that there's nothing like within 100 feet of in any direction. That is literally, it almost looks like Sauron's tower, but it's not an eye at the top. It's the blue energy shooting up from below that is like literally coming out of the ground up the tower, and like held there at the top has illuminated this whole cavern. And there's 50 town guards and like 5 different Knights of the Dawn all throughout this, like guarding this tower.
Okay.
But then there's towns and like there's buildings and stuff all throughout, and there's also like 50 ships down here. They look like pirate ships that are just in this cavern, not on the water.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
All right, and we switch over to you all.
Okay.
Are we gonna be able to get through this in the next 15 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we're about to stop here in a second.
Okay. Cool. Just
All right,
making sure.
what's up? You're going to the.
Fighting pits.
Because I gotta go pick up Puppy from my parents' house.
Fighting pit.
All right, yeah. So you're gonna enter, or he's gonna enter?
We're going to get in together.
There's only one person.
I thought you said we could talk them into.
No, you can talk him into letting you
Taking
see.
to go to the beholder together.
Get together,
Oh.
but one person fights.
I'll fight. Is that cool?
That's fine. I will watch for anything sketchy.
Okay. So you're gonna be in the
Okay.
crowd because there's a big crowd.
Time to make the name Strongborn.
right.
It's like a coliseum type thing.
Watch for anything sketchy.
All
I can
right.
just see Argus like picked up in the back corner, kind of like this, with like a drink his hand.
Would you? There's a lady there who's like entering people into the tourney, and she's like, "How confident are you in your abilities, my friend?
I'm like the best around.
What would you like your name to be for the festivities?"
In the back of your mind, you hear Awyn's voice. Goat liquor.
Goat scrote.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's right.
I'm gonna go with a nickname for myself.
Okay.
Strongborn.
Okay.
And all of our viewers go dead quiet.
All right. And then did you? How do you want to face the champion, or would you like a warm-up match?
Maybe a warm-up match, just to see what it's
I
like.
need to really think about what would Awyn do. What would Awyn do?
I'm going with Thorn would do. Champion.
All right, I figured you would. All right. So I'm just gonna pick a dude out because you're not. So this isn't like an actual. This is a battle, but it's a.
Fisticuffs, right?
Yeah.
No weapons.
No weapons, no bows.
All right. So what's gonna happen? This is this guy is hulking. He's massive.
And it's a death match, ain't it?
If they want it to be, it's kind of like the Coliseum type rules. Yeah. All right. So y'all are rolling athletic checks to begin.
Am I allowed to whoop out on him?
I mean, if you want everyone in the
I was
crowd
gonna
to
say,
know that you're
how
a wolf.
quickly do you want to die? Because as soon as you're a wolf, they're gonna be like,
Alright.
string that one up.
What do you want to do? You can go wolf if you want, but that's up to you.
I mean, we're in the underworld for crying out loud.
I'm wolfing out
All right.
with my sword in hand.
I can see pros and cons to wolfing out because
I can too,
I
yeah.
see the beholder thinking.
Well, I mean, we're, yeah, it's a big.
But I can see the beholder thinking you're powerful and wanting you to be a part of his crew.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I can see
This
other
dude
people in
looks
the crowd
smart.
really wanting
Especially-
you dead as soon as you wolf out.
Especially when he sees me wolf out.
I can
All
see
right.
it
He
both
rolled
ways.
with disadvantage, even though he's huge, because you kind of freaked him out. All right.
Ooh.
But you need to roll an athletic check, and you get advantage because of your wolfness on athletics checks.
Okay.
Take a beat.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I got it.
16
I got
plus
it.
7.
I know. I remember the
First
one.
roll.
Alright.
That one. Yeah.
So what happens now is he has to roll a Constitution saving throw, and he failed by 2. So he has to roll a 12 or better on his saving throw to stay up, and he does. So you guys are trading blows at the moment.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and roll again. Ooh, that wasn't good.
Ooh.
Remember, you still get advantage.
Oh, okay.
So you get a roll again.
Nat 20 plus 7.
So he rolled a 17 total that time. So 27. So he has to roll a 20 to stay up at this point, as you're just viciously attacking him in wolf form. And the gladiator of the match. Oh, I don't know what he rolled. He rolled a. So he needs to roll a 20, and he rolled a 19. And so you're able to claw across his chest, and he like falls at that moment, and the crowd goes wild.
And I make it like this vicious howl, and I'm standing over him.
Well, will that do something to their enemy?
Not if he does. If he does the
it's a
correct
certain
howl.
No, it's a certain howl.
Okay.
So I viciously howl, like a long howl, like I'm champion.
You want to do one for us?
Yeah.
No, you gotta do it with yourself. Do it with
Oh, like a oh.
It does it for me.
Did you say what your name was gonna be, by the way?
Strongborn.
Oh yeah. We have a new champion by the name of Strongborn. As the howl's coming up.
And his name rings again.
Oh yeah. And everybody's going, oh.
Yeah, everybody's howling in the crowd. And are you gonna transform back as you exit the arena, or are you gonna stay wolf
stay
form?
Stay wolf.
It's gonna be a little awkward.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
How long can you stay a wolf?
I transform back.
All right, and they lay a bag of gold in front of you. That's 1,200 gold pieces.
Oh, we got burned.
And then also, they say the master of the arena would like a word, if you are so willing.
Take me to your leader.
All right.
Oh yeah, my brother here, Ari or Samsonite. He's coming with.
Samsonite? Is that what you said?
Samsonite? Really?
That's all I got. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead and
That is
roll.
Drago thinking on his feet.
Roll me a 20. Decided to die with 2 times. And let me tell you, see what it is.
17
Okay.
and the 10.
Alright, so the 17 was the first. I shouldn't have had you roll twice. But the 17 is enough. And they say, if he can fight half as well as you, then you're more than welcome to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Alright, and so, like, you all, they actually pull, like, straight up a secret door lever, like a torch on the wall, and the wall gives way into, like, a passageway, and he takes the torch from the wall, the person that's leading you down, and you all can follow him into the darkness.
We're following him into the darkness. And then I lean over at Ari and I say, "Hey, I saw this. It's in Empire Strikes, or no, Return of the Jedi."
Yeah, that went really fast from "we'll wait for you to go see the Beholder" to
Mm-hmm.
peace.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. And you guys walk off into the darkness. And as we switch back, Awyn, you see all these different things throughout the Undercity that I told you. There's the ships, there's the town, and then there's the tower. What are you going to do?
I'm just going to start talking to the Silent Blades.
Okay.
I can see. I'm just trying to get information about if they have a leader down here, about if they have seen a lone traveler in by himself, kind of give a description of Winston.
Okay, so you know Winston was enamored with the tower.
Okay.
And he went to investigate the ships, and he went to the tower.
Okay.
But you know that he headed in that direction.
Then I am heading in that direction. I'm heading towards the tower. He went to the tower.
Okay, and like there's no guard, like the Silent Blades are not, like they have no animosity towards you. But as you go towards the tower, the guards take a ready position because they're part of the Lord's group, right? They're down here to guard it. But as you walk in to the clearing, the tower door that is non-existent opens up, and there's this lightning that crackles that like shatter like chains all the guards and the Knights of the Dawn. That's what I was looking for. And they all fall to the ground unconscious. And standing in the doorway is a person in a red robe with a white hair. And behind him on his left shoulder is Winston. And he says, "Awyn, my name's 14. Welcome to the lighthouse." And that's where we'll end the session.
Awyn, my name's 14. That's awesome. Oh, I'm so excited.
That's it.
Badass.
Nice.
Awyn, my name is 14.
What I like about that is we worked it out.
I knew Winston was gonna.
He got his brother, and I got Strongboard's name back on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Yep.